My fellow traders, what's happening? Another hump day in the books. And today felt like every other day, to be honest with you. I start out the day in a hole and then have to claw my way out and, end the day practically break even. It's really becoming tired. It's really becoming old. But unfortunately, that's the way the market is right now. But on the swing trading side, things are hot. And that's a lot of times that's the way it is. And when day trading is slow for me, swing trading is hot. It's on point. So we're gonna look at some of that today here. But one point I want to make before I go forward is, you have to be your authentic self. If you're not your authentic self, you're cheating yourself. Because if you're out here trying to be somebody that you're not, and you're out here chasing this and chasing that because you feel somebody else has, what you want, it's not gonna end well for you. You have to be your authentic self. And what made me think about this was I had several people message me and send me an email saying, "Man, you should have been trading KODK. So and so made $15,000, or so and so made $25,000, and man, you need to start looking at this and looking at that." No, the hell I don't. I need to be me. I need to be the same person that got me here, because I'm not chasing money. In the beginning, yeah, you chase money, then you realize if you chase money, that's all you're gonna be, is a money chaser. Right now, I don't have to worry about paying my mortgage. I don't have a car payment. I don't have to worry about paying my taxes and having the money for this or that. I don't have to deal with that anymore. Because, like I said yesterday, I'm living in my vision. I'm not, I don't have the same mindset that I had back in the day. I don't. And back then, I was, all I was doing was trying to make enough money to pay all the bills at the end of the month or at the beginning of the month, whenever they would do. I had to work to make sure I had money for the mortgage, had money for the insurance, had money for the car payments, had money for everything. And it's a difference. Now I had to just stop trying to be everybody else, stop trying to copy everybody else, be my authentic self as far as a trader is concerned. Find what makes me tick, find what I'm comfortable with, and then go for it. And that's what you have to do. Once you learn the skills that you need in order to be a good trader, because there are some things that you're going to have to learn and you're going to have to change, but that can fit into who you are. So I don't like trading low float stocks that just go crazy. That's just not my thing. I like slow, easy, consistent. I'm the tortoise when it comes down to that. And so I want my stuff to last. I don't want to quit fast in a hurry so I can blow through it. I want it to last. And that's me. So you have to find your authentic self. If you like doing that, then great. If you can make it work for you, awesome. But it doesn't work for me. And so I think that's a big part of why I am where I am right now, is because it's who I am. It's like this teaching stuff. It's who I am. I don't make any money. You guys know from what you pay, I don't make any money doing this. I do it because I like to. I don't chart. I don't sell you mentoring time. I give it to you. I don't sell these classes. I give it to you because I feel that if you don't give, then the abundance that's waiting for you, you'll never see. You'll never receive it. It'll never come. And believe me, I get 10 times more than what I give. And it's all just being who I am, being my authentic self. So guys, make sure through all this trading thing, don't try to, follow somebody that says they're making this and making that, and you want to copy them. That's not what this is about. You learn the fundamentals. You learn the foundation. You're trying to understand why they do what they do, and see if it fits you. See if it fits who you are. If it fits your personality. If it doesn't, if you chase it, it may not end well for you. So everybody has their own authentic self, their own authentic trader inside of them. All you have to do is tap into it. Find it, stay true to it, and you'll be wildly successful beyond your dreams. All right, so let's look at today. We were looking at the market yesterday. We failed to hold. This is what I wanted to do yesterday, was open and gap up and hold over this level. So what I want to see now is this confirmed tomorrow, push higher. Let's make some new highs, and let's make a run at 330. That's what I want to see. Now, we're rolling back a little bit now. We're right back here at 325, 30 right now. So we're kind of holding steady, but I want to see this continue to push. Now, we got good news from the Fed today. They practically said they're going to do whatever it takes to keep this economy afloat. Whatever they have to put in, whatever they have to do, however much money they got to print is basically what it boils down to. They're going to do whatever they need to do to keep this economy from collapsing. It's funny because we are in a recession, but it sure as hell doesn't feel like it, because we have our fairy godmother, our guardian angel, that's making everything right, making everything feel okay, appear okay, and that's fine. If everybody's feeling that and that's what we're doing, we're going to go with it. But really nice day, strong day in the market. And again, day trading for me is hit and miss. I have a watch list, and it seems like the one stock I picked on that watch list is the one that dogs me out. And then the other ones tend to do really well. Today was no joke. eBay, I mean, it a complete fake out. Solid opening range breakdown setup, awesome. And couldn't have been more perfect, and it failed. And it started to work a little bit, but it didn't move far enough to be able to take profit or anything. It just turned around in the middle of nowhere and ripped against us. And I mean, that's what we have to accept. Our A+ setups are not going to work all the time. I go through periods where I could have two stocks and I have a 50-50 chance of picking the one that works, and I pick the one that doesn't. It just happens sometimes. But you have to be happy that, hey, I know how to find the stocks that move. I got a nice grouping. It's just, not my time right now. It's going to come. And then you just kind of claw your way back with the trades that you get later on in the day. But I'll go over those trades tomorrow. I'm just going to focus on the swing trades today because that's where the money was. And so I'm going to stay positive, and I'm going to be positive. Okay, so first, UPS. This is an earnings trade that I sent out. I sent the information out and everything. We're going to go over this in the class tomorrow. and in detail. But the idea was to get in ahead of earnings and look for the run up to 124, 125, and take it off, and then look at getting in after earnings are announced, because this one announces in the morning. So I didn't want to hold it overnight. You get in it. The same thing I did with FedEx, and this is what I was doing with UPS. So we got in right around 120, looking for 5 points going into the earnings. And so today we got it. Well, we got around 124. It did make it up to like 124.15 ish or so. So it got to the high, 52-week high, and didn't quite get to 125, but I'm still a pretty good lick here. So I'm all out UPS and waiting for tomorrow. Maybe a day trade, maybe an all-day hold. We have to wait and see what it does when it opens. But really, really nice grab on that. PayPal, this is the one that we got in back here last week. It was our 20 EMA cross setup. We got in. We had to withstand a little pullback. I mean, this came close to stopping me out. But because 169 was my stop, I couldn't put my stop here. Let's go back to this. Like, ideally, this is where you want to put your stop. I couldn't put it here, too far away, not enough risk reward. Right here would have been the next best thing. No way, not enough risk reward. This candle was about the best, so I put it at 169. And I'm going the wrong way. Hold on. I put it at 169. So when we got this pullback, it came close, but it didn't really come that close. But it could have easily stopped me out this day before we made this move. But this is why you have to put your stop in the right place, and you can't get spooked out if you get a pullback. The market's gonna do that. That's what it's designed to do. So you can't let it shake you out. It took all the weak souls, and then we made the move. It hit 185, which was my first target earlier in the day. Earnings were announced, hit 190, 195, and I got a little bit left on for I got 50 shares left, looking for 200. So really, really nice trade on this. Pretty much the same thing. You take it ahead of earnings. This one reported in the afternoon. All the numbers were right. The moon was in the right house. All of that good stuff. And so I had a really good window. A really good window. My entry was around 175. We were 10 points above it. So I had a really good cushion that if this did start to go the wrong way, I could bail on it. So we had the swing, and then we had the aftermarket earnings, and still got a piece on, waiting for 200. May not get it today. I think we got up to around 197. But in the coming days, maybe if it pulls back to the previous 52-week high here and holds, I'm going to add back and look for the new move. So that's the plan on it. But really nice today, almost $7,500 profit locked in. Really, really nice day in swing trading. And this is what swing trading can do. You just have to be a little patient. And here you don't have to worry about watching and living and dying with each tick, with each pullback or each pop. You just set it in the morning, set your stops, set your profit target if you can, and walk away from it. I mean, That's all you have to do. You can go to work, go do whatever you need to do. Just separate yourself from it, because you should only be trading with money that you could afford to lose. So you don't have to worry about it. It's just like going to buy a lottery ticket. You get a clerk your money, it's gone. What's the chances of you winning the Powerball or Lucky for Life or whatever these other tickets? So when you get on your money, you're practically saying, hey, light it on fire, flush it down the toilet, whatever, because there's not a big chance you're going to get your money back. So separate yourself from that, because you have a hell of a lot of better chance getting your money back out of the market than you do out of buying a lottery ticket. That is mathematically proven. So that was that on PayPal. Now, here, this was a 5-minute chart. I don't trade out the 5-minute chart until after earnings are announced, and that's why I have that. But I've got this so I can put it in my file. So the next trade I'm looking at, going into earnings, SQ has earnings next week. Now the entry day on this was yesterday, or you could have gotten in on Monday. This was on our watch as well, but you could have gotten in on Monday. And this is the one that I should have taken, but I took FE, which is pretty much a dud. It didn't do anything what I thought it was going to do. So I should have taken this on Monday, but today was a good day to get in. But I was in the other ones. There was nothing I can do about this. Now, if I'm fortunate, we can get a pullback around 128 or so that I could get in going into earnings. Now, I went over last week in class, I went over our indicator that gives us a good idea. Is it going to trade higher into earnings, or is it going to trade lower going into earnings? Okay, and then we have an indicator that tells us, is it likely to trade lower after earnings or trade higher after earnings? So we went over all of that, and that's what we're looking at on these things. So we'll go over these tomorrow, and make sure if you have any questions that you bring them, because it's not rocket science. Everything I do is really simple, but simplicity doesn't take the risk out of it. There's always risk, but it's simple. And if you don't overthink it, and you don't sit there and talk yourself out of trades, you're going to do very well. And you just have to get to that point. So we'll talk about all this more in detail for those of you that are going to be in the class tomorrow. And I think we had a pretty good class today. We talked about the opening range trades and some of the issues with it. That'll be posted here in probably the next 30 minutes. So you guys have a great night, and I will catch you in the morning.